This is my last fall video for the season before I get started on Christmas, which I have to admit I'm kind of excited about. But today we're duping some Fall Kirklands decor that I thought was so pretty. I've got some tips and ideas if you want a cute sign but you don't have a Cricut cutting machine. So let's get crafting on the first Kirklands dupe. For the first DIY, I wanted to create this white harvest jug. I love the muted colors of the pumpkins and the crisp white color on that jug. I think this will look super cute on the kitchen counter. I found this milk jug at my local thrift store. It still has the tag and it looks like it was $7.99 originally, but I picked it up for $4. I'm going to start by giving this a coat of flat white spray paint. I'll be testing out this new spray paint that I got. I hate the smell of regular spray paint, not to mention all of the chemicals. So this one is water-based and it's basically like using acrylic paints but in a spray paint form. It looks like it has good coverage, so I'm going to say that this is a win. So how are we going to get that design onto this milk jug? When you're making a sign without a Cricut, you definitely want to take into account the capabilities of your home printer. My printer only prints up to 8.5 by 11, but some printers out there do 11 by 17 tabloid sized. And another option would be to send your file to Staples or somewhere that could print larger sizes if you wanted to go with a larger scale sign. So I always measure the piece that I want to decorate. For example, on this milk jug, it looks like the paper could wrap most of the way around, which means that the seams will be on the back, which is perfect. For the height, I see it is 4 inches for the area below the handles, so I will be able to print 4 inches tall at the full length of the paper, which is 11 inches. So I'm going to create the design here in Adobe Illustrator, and if you want a free download of this, make sure to check out my blog, artsycupcake.com. I wanted to mention real quick that today I'm joining in a collab with my talented crafty friends. We're all doing fall and Thanksgiving decor, so make sure to check out the playlist in the description box below. If you're new to Artsy Cupcake, welcome. My name is Maria and I share crafts and home decor ideas. I believe everyone is an artist and creativity can help to heal your soul. So if you want to be part of the Artsy Cupcake crew and get inspiration every week, then make sure to click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. Now that I have this design, I'm going to trim it out and use Super 77 to attach it to the milk jug. Super 77 is very sticky, so you just need a light coat and then smooth it onto that milk jug. For the finishing touches, I'm going to hand paint the handles and the rim at the top so it matches our Kirkland's inspiration. I'm just using a bronze metallic Sharpie for this part, and it works so well for this. All I had to buy was this milk jug, and I already had the paint and spray mount, so this only cost us $4, which is way better than the $30 price tag at Kirkland's. I love this tray, which matches the milk jug so nicely. It's $30, so let's see how much cheaper we can make this one. This was actually a tart pan that I picked up at the same time I bought that milk jug at the thrift store. I already used this on another craft, but I will be upcycling it into the tray today. I'm going to carefully remove this edging because that came out so pretty that I want to use it on another project. This tart pan was only $3 at the thrift store. It looks like it is 8.5 inches wide, so that's great because we can print our design on a regular 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. I'll have this printable on my blog as well if in case you like it, and I'll link both of those printables below when they're up and ready for you to download. So I've been a graphic designer for my entire career and I love it. I work from home here in Colorado. I'm full-time for a large company which is based in Houston, where I used to live and where my parents still live. So it's nice whenever I go into town for work, I get to stay with my parents and see them as well as all my coworkers. So creating these printables is pretty quick for me, and I try to give them my own spin, so I'm not copying the Kirkland's ones exactly, but they are close enough to have the same look and feel as our inspiration. And really, all art is inspiration. Everybody that's done a piece of art has been inspired by something else, whether it's nature or somebody else's art. Everything can inspire art, so always be looking around you and see what makes you feel creative. After I trimmed this out, I glued it down to the lid and then secured everything in place with E6000. Now for the handles. For this part, you could use some thick wire, but I have some leftover faux leather that I'm going to turn into a little handle. I used a screw to make it look like it was screwed on. I'll just be using this for displaying, not actually carrying anything heavy, but if you are going to use this to carry items, you may want to drill a small hole and actually screw this right into the tray. And here is mine compared to the Kirkland's one. This sign is beautiful. It says "Gather here with grateful hearts." And what is a more festive saying for Thanksgiving than that? I know we can do better than $18 for this sign with the help of a few Dollar Tree finds. We'll start with this foam core and these Jenga blocks. I'm just deciding what size I want to create this sign based on how the Jenga blocks line up. I also know I don't want this to be any wider than 11 inches, so we won't have any seams showing from the edge of our paper. Because yes, you guessed it, we will be using our inkjet printer to print out the words for this. Now that we have our sign, I'm going to glue this to the foam core with that Super 77 and then trim it out. For the frame, I just glued all the blocks together. Now this will be a little delicate until we get it secured to the rest of the sign. You actually may want to use E6000 here instead of hot glue like I am. I'm using a straight edge to make sure these are getting glued on straight. And if the lines between the blocks bother you, you can always add some wood filler and smooth it out, and then use a sanding block to smooth it out even more. For the texture on the frame, we'll be adding these three-dimensional stickers to the top. Once we paint this, it'll have a seamless look. All that's left to do is glue the two pieces together, and then I like to paint the edge of the foam core so it blends in nicely with the frame. Here were the supplies we had to pick up. And here is mine compared to the Kirkland's one. What do you guys think? Don't forget to subscribe for more home decor ideas every week. And if you want to see even more fall inspiration, I will link that playlist in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a creative day. Bye!